Hello, El Paso. Good to see you. Yes. Today is Thursday, and I'm super excited to be here. We haven't been on camera in quite a while. So we are so super excited to have our special little guest, this one laughing over here in the corner. Now, I postponed this podcast like 2 times for the reason being, yes, you have 1, 2, and 3, but my 4th one couldn't make it. So all of a sudden she gets sick, and I'm like, okay, this is my everyday life where something has to come up. Yeah. So I could not have my 4th child here. Well, she's a big girl now. That's Alyssa. So we are going to move on because we cannot reschedule anymore. By that time, this topic's going to be like 2024 by the time I get these kids involved, right? So today we have some very special guests with us. And if you saw on the podcast flyer, we're going to be talking about our, actually, we'll let you guys introduce yourselves right now. JJ, Soraya, Ashley's time during COVID. I know a lot of your kids, when this spiked up the world a year ago, everything just shut down, kind of like a zombie land. Everything was closed down and everything broke loose as far as our home, our 4 corners, our lives, our children, our marriage, our business. So we're going to welcome you here today, and we're going to get insight. I wish I had a couple more kids, but maybe we'll do another one later down the road to see how they handled it during COVID when all this happened, okay? So we spoke to teachers. Now we're going to speak to the kids. Anything you want to add before we introduce them?
I think you're good. I think you nailed it because we know how we handled it, and I don't know if it was well, but we handled the best way that we could, and we were normal. And I think this is a good opportunity for us just to kind of share from our family standpoint, from business, family, like Jackie said, husband and wife about to kill each other at times, just trying to go through this whole pandemic. But that's not really what, we do want to talk about that, but really wanted to get it from their perspective, because I think we adjusted, or at least we think we adjust a lot better, but I wanted to give them big kudos right out the gate, because I think they're a lot more daring, and they're not afraid. They took it on as well. So I want you guys to hear their story, and we're going to share it.
Yeah, and some topics will probably be new to us too, since we were in and out of the house. They were in their rooms, they were on the kitchen, I don't know. All I know is that my house has been upside down for a year, okay? Yeah. So introduce yourselves. Alyssa's not here, so let's start with Soraya. Who are you, Soraya?
Introduce Alyssa first. Who is she?
Alyssa is my older sister. She is a big girl, very, she's funny, crazy, she's always gymming, always working. And sadly, she can't be here because she's a little sicky. But she's probably the one that looks after all of us, and we can all go to her for everything. And that's our older sister. And me, I'm just your weird, goofy kind of person. My name's Soraya. Play soccer, go to El Dorado. It's my senior year.
Oh, man.
And yeah.
Okay.
I'm Ashley, the talented one, smart one, funny one. I can stand the comedian. But I am a sophomore, about to be a junior. I'm 15 years old, about to be 16 in August, and yeah.
Okay.
I'm JJ, and I'm going to be a 6th grader, and I play soccer for Locomotives under 10, and I make the best jokes in the world. And
okay, yeah, you do make the best jokes in the world. You always brighten up our day. Do a little introduction of one for everybody. Your favorite one. Up here. Up close and personal. Tell them. Look at the camera.
What kind of music do fish listen to? Something catchy.
Mind you, this goes on all day. We could be having a bad day, and when they notice we have not a bad day, day, but usually it's just a long day. This comedian comes in here with these jokes, and they've always been on the camera. So a lot of you guys know us. They've danced since they were little. They make it fun. They make it fun for everybody. So that's really good, JJ. And with Soraya being a senior this year, let's jump into it just a little bit. COVID. Okay. She's a senior. You're a junior. You were a junior. You were a junior. So everybody's doing their thing. Everybody's working. Kids are in school. What after they said shut down everything done? How were your feelings? What were your feelings? Were you like scared about what they were talking about as far as like this disease or this pandemic? Talk to us a little bit how you felt the fear in the very beginning.
So in the beginning of COVID, I was a junior, and I remember it was about to be spring break, and we had like 2 weeks left, and we were all so excited to just get out of school, and we were tired of it. And I remember they told us, like, this 2 weeks you're off, like, because of COVID. And I was like, everybody at first was like, yes, like 4 weeks for spring break. We were so excited. And after that, it started affecting El Paso. And that's when it got really serious. From there, not being able to go back to school, knowing that was my last time, sitting at a table with my friends or seeing some of my coaches. Actually, we were about to go into playoffs for soccer, and that was probably our year to get to like stay and go really compete. And so knowing that I lost that opportunity as a junior, that was my first year starting, like it was just it was really sad seeing all of that, go down the drain.
I didn't bring the tissue.
And and also, I didn't know that it was gonna last this long, and I wasn't gonna get to step a foot into another classroom my whole senior year, So that was definitely a shock, and just it is for Ashley. She was a freshman, like her first year. She was probably not thinking anything of it. So it's just crazy to see, how fast the things changed, and nobody was planning for it, So
basically, you stepped into high school a junior and never stepped foot again. Done.
Wow.
Just gone. And I know it cracks me up. I know this is more emotional, but how did you feel like not being able to do the senior things that everybody else could do?
Yeah, so like all my high school, since your freshman year, you see like all the pep rallies, all the parades, you see senior pranks going on, you see graduation, you see prom, you see all these things, and you're like, I can't wait to be senior, so I can be a part of these things, so I can, be able to do a huge dance at the pep rally for the senior class, and then to know that was just taken from you so quickly is like, wow, all my 3 years I get here, finally here, my senior year, and it's gone. So that really sucked, and it's really taught me a lot of lessons, as it has for all three of us and for everybody else that was unfortunately a senior this year. But I think that it's really made us stronger, and for those going off to college, it's going to make it that much easier, just because we know what it was like to go through those really hard times, at such unexpected.
Oh my God, that's beautiful. That's beautiful what you said. You're basically answering some of the questions that I have on my board to ask you. But we'll circle around because I want to get an insight from each and every one of you. Ashley, you went in a freshman. You're coming into being a junior.
That'll be your next day.
Yes.
As a junior.
Now, Ashley, tell us a little bit about your school. You are coming in a freshman, joined a program where you are a college student and a high school student together. Freshman year, there's a new program at El Dorado. Tell us a little bit how hard that was and how you were able to and are able to, excel doing college work and high school work at the same time.
At first, of course, freshman year was easier just because we were in classes with these early college teachers. But now that we've gone through the whole COVID and virtual learning on the computer, like it was just very harder to do because personally, I'm a visual learner and everything was just like scrambled, I guess, with all of my classes. And then these dual credit classes I'm taking for early college is like the more important classes that I have to actually focus on and put my all into. So this whole year I was just focusing on those classes specifically, getting everything turned in, making sure I passed them, and I did. I passed all of them with A's. So it's a good feeling now that the school year is coming to an end because it's just like a huge relief I can say for all of us just because it's like very difficult doing throughout the year. But yeah, that's it. Basically, it's just very difficult doing the virtual learning just because we weren't in class and stuff.
I'm gonna go for the juggler. Thank you for sharing that, and I think it's crazy. But so as you guys know, I have 3 beautiful daughters, and so for each one, we've always had the little party, those little things. What do they call them? Quinceañeras. And so we've always done our best. We tried very hard to be able to give you guys a party to celebrate a special event and a day for you guys. And so, when I'm going to just take it back to your freshman year because that's like the biggest thing, right? As a freshman, you go to everybody's quinceañera, and then Dad's biggest dread is when you guys get asked to be in those quinceañeras because I have to go and take them, right? So
Yes.
it was really weird because for the first time, what happened here? I think we're still live.
I think we're still live. We just can't see each other. Give me a thumbs up. You still see us. We're here. We're here.
Just a small commercial break. No, but and so we get hit with there may not be any parades and stuff like that going on Christmas, and I'm like, Christmas, we're still in March. What do you mean in Christmas? No parade for Thanksgiving and all that craziness. Well, that also meant no quinceañera for Ms. Ashley, and that was devastating because we did a whole parade, and you can't emulate a parade in front of my house to a quinceañera, so that ride along thing for me was not cool. But how was it for you? Can you share that? Because I know like your friends and your time.
Well, what COVID had done to like quinceañeras, it happened to all of my friends. I'm like the youngest one in my grade, so I was the last. I'm part of the last ones to have our quinceañeras.
So youngest, smartest.
Yeah, I'm the whole package.
That's the diva in this
No, but it was just very hard for most of my friends that are the youngest with me, just because we've seen all of our other friends have their days, and we were part of that. So it just kind of like was kind of devastating, just because I wasn't able to have my day as well. But I knew that it was for the best because all of our house come first, and my main focus was just to keep my family protected. So I really didn't put too much thought into the quinceañera, although I was looking forward to it like all of my younger ages. But yeah, I'm just very thankful I'm still with my family. So we're about to party it up in August.
Yes, Soraya. Ashley did really come through with that. She put family first, and it was just amazing to see her like not put a quinceañera priority. She's like, we're all here. We're all healthy. Let's try to keep, not getting COVID and so forth. So again, I always look over here because Michelle's right here next to me, guys. So I apologize for that. But again, these are 2 really strong girls, that held it down together. Let's jump a little bit to Mr. J, Mr. Joshua. Yeah. So JJ is the youngest of the pack, and he went in a 4th grader. Now he's a 6th grader who's also in North. Tell us a little bit about that. Speak up.
When I was in 4th grade, we were about to finish school, and I think like on Monday they said something that they were gonna have to like have a 1 break. A week break from COVID. And after that, I never saw my friends like in like a year or something.
Mm-hmm.
And
How does that make you feel?
it makes me sad because when I go to Hernando, I'm gonna see them all again, and they're gonna be like changed.
You're gonna be changed too.
You're gonna
I see
be
you got a
changed
mustache going on now.
Yeah. Are you excited? Are you excited to see them? Yeah.
A lot. So I just got like really emotional when I never got to see like my friends that were from 4th grade, but then now from like 1 year, I'm gonna see them now. And yeah, it now like what COVID did to me was like I did not like it. It's like it's very difficult to get on a computer and wake up on time and like I think in the first 5th grade I literally like dressed up
Yeah.
jeans, my uniform for the school. I thought I was going to the real school. And I forgot who told me that you're not going to school, you're going online. Okay, so
It's a big difference from what you were used to, right?
Yeah.
No more picking up your cousin down the street and our troop. And it was tough because we used to call it the
Carpool.
carpool, right, with our neighbors and my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law. We all took turns. And first, when it happened and we got put on pause, it was actually pretty cool because I'm the one that always did the morning thing. Right? So I was like, cool, I get to sleep in a little bit, right? Although I never really sleep in, but that was just a big change because some of the best conversations that I have during my day were those morning ones. And I'll get and do get like Jay said, a little sad about it because I had some really cool conversations with like my little goddaughter Jay, and they're always fighting and you're the one taking forever, you're the one taking long.
You're gonna make me late.
Yeah. And you have Jesse, our neighbor, who poor kid too. He's already on his way out of the middle school. He always has to get put up with these two little kids, you know. So it was just super crazy. And anyway, so I feel your pain, you know, and it was different because that. You know, you can't get those times back, and you can't get that time.
So being like in the virtual world and you getting up every morning, at first you're probably like, cool, like we don't have to go to school, we're here, we get to wake up, get online, XYZ. How did you feel? Like after so long, when did you say like, this is enough? Like I'm done. Did you ever have any like pivot moments where we didn't know you were in the room like crying or something? You know, like what was it?
I think this year
Wow,
being,
you're digging in
you know, on virtual school, a lot of breakdowns came with them. For me, and I know for Ashley too. I think just because, you know, we're both in really like rigorous programs at the school. And so we both really depend on, like Ashley said, that visual learning, the hands-on kind of activities learning in school. So not getting to participate in that, and I didn't even get to see my teachers, you know, my classmates always had their cameras off, you know. So it's like, you know, we don't even know you don't remember what each other.
I mean, you guys actually have to turn off the camera sometimes, or
we have to keep our cameras on, but nobody really keeps them on. But it's like you lose sense that you're in school. So at some point, it's like school becomes an option. And it's really not, because I'll tell you, half the way through the semester, I was asleep in every single class.
I'm not kidding. I walk into the room, I'm like, Soraya? Soraya, like, is there school? Or, you know, I don't know how to turn on the virtual thingy, you know? She'd be like, yeah, we're on break. That's a very long break.
So,
you know,
it came to the point where everybody is just really tired of it. Nobody's paying attention. Nobody knows what's going on. It's just like, It becomes an option. It feels like an option to you. And, you know, it was definitely hard sometimes when you're sitting in class and you're having to take a test, an hour-long test, and you know absolutely nothing because you don't have that kind of support going on. And so you're like wanting to cry, and it's just like, it got really hard at times. And it took me, I had like really bad senioritis, and I still do because I don't want to do anything in school. Had it all year.
SISD, if you're seeing this,
I've never taught that.
Yeah, the whole point is to be honest. I'm speaking because I know that a lot of my senior friends, a lot of my friends, even like the most smartest kids in the program that I'm in, literally did not even pay attention to a single class sometimes. And it's just like, this year, it's what kind of motivation do you have to really learn anything you're not in school with your friends?
And you were not even able to play sports.
Yeah.
City was completely shut down.
Yeah.
Everything was shut down.
Yeah.
So
when you play sports, you're an athlete, and you count on that sport to kind of keep you going, especially during such a horrible time like this. And it's like you don't even have that. So me, I was honestly just going crazy, having to be stuck in the house all day. Like, I was trying to run as much as I can and do drills, but it's just not the same.
It's not the same to be around other people that inspire you, that motivate you, and so forth. Let me ask you guys a really important question. What did family mean before COVID? Right? That's a really good question. What did family mean to you before COVID? And with everything that went on and you guys being in the house 24/7, what does it mean to you now? Like, what was it before and how do you treasure it now, or what did you get out of it?
I'll go first. Yeah. I'll just speak on my half real quick, but for me, my family, we have always been very close. We're, like my mom said, we're always laughing as much as we can. Like, we're a crazy family. And, before COVID, I think because we were all in school, because we were all doing our own things, we don't really focus on how much everybody like contributes to our family and to their own things going on outside of, home. And, for me, it was like seeing how early my parents had to be out of the house every single day, or seeing how late they would come back, because I was always in school since 8 and then out of practice at 7. So I didn't even know what time they got home. Seeing Ashley, constantly, she just started her business too, not too long ago. And seeing her, constantly working on all of these orders and doing school at the same time. And then seeing him driving himself crazy on that laptop, going to practice 24/7. It's like, you see how much everybody, contributes to our family and how much everybody really does like have on their shoulders. And, I think it definitely has brought us together so much more, just because we appreciate everything that each other does, but it also brought a lot of craziness out sometimes. We were so tired of each other being in the same house, for everything, but also I've learned to enjoy the moments. Like, meanwhile, my parents are at school and we're doing crazy things in the house, fighting with each other, doing dances, watching TikToks and making fun of them. Like, it's brought me a lot closer to my siblings and my parents as well, seeing how much they actually like really work their butts off.
So do you feel like you guys had to like grow up pretty quick?
Yeah, for sure. And then I just got my car this year, so it's like having to take him to practice sometimes, having to take my practice. I'm like, they don't have parents at this point. Yeah, so it's just crazy.
Whatever, you got the car, so you can run those errands. And plus, Alyssa does so much for us too. She's not here now, but this little girl has had a car when in junior, senior year, doing what she's doing. And then, Soraya is trying to teach Ashley to know how to flip a freaking egg, because we're not throwing you all out there, Ashley, but, we just get spaghetti from
She can't cook.
Yeah.
She can burn water.
I cannot even make spaghetti.
Just get her spaghetti.
Hey,
And strawberries. Yeah. So meaning she's trying to show her, because she won't be here, and it's just kind of like, it's a ripple down effect. So I kind of feel like, we're fortunate to do a little bit more, because they all know how to help each other, like Soraya said, contribute a piece to the family, right? But I kind of feel like COVID just went all over the place. Like, it's all over the place.
Challenge all of us to I mean, even us. I mean, like I said, there's times where, sorry, I keep looking at Michelle too, where, whether we're having a good day or a bad day, and, we call it, an early day, or we go home and we want some quietness and peace and cleanliness, and that doesn't apply right now. You go home and it's a madhouse, to it gets even louder because Jackie walks in and she's like, why doesn't come to our house? And I'm like, oh my God, right?
I'm like, I just got Lily. She just
Lily's are made, by the way. She's
But
awesome.
like, what in the world? Like, it's laundry and dishes, and I just want to run away. But anyways, let's go back to Ashley. We didn't ask her. So, what does family mean to you before? What does family mean to you now after COVID?
I think Sarah pretty much said everything I was going to say. But
Right.
it just, I don't know how to say it. Like, they just are more closer to me. I feel like I grew a bigger relationship with all of my family and my grandma and grandpa. I'm very happy that they're here with us, and I'm just very blessed to have my family with me still. So I think that just takes a huge part on how I feel.
Are you gonna miss Yaya when she leaves?
Yes, I'm gonna miss her a lot actually.
They have 2 rooms and they share a Jack and Jill together. They share a Jack and Jill restroom
I
together.
made it very clear that she's not taking my room. And
Everybody's trying to. I want to grab her room for my Peloton room. She's telling me no.
You know what? I called dibs the very first day we moved into the house. I said, this is gonna be my room. You know what? Me being the amazing sister that I am, I let her have it.
But
it's my turn now. She can move to my room.
No.
It's my room.
It's my room.
Okay, we're gonna get to a little funny game. So if we haven't lost you yet, we're gonna do some little fun game in like 5 minutes. Okay, JJ, tell us what you felt about how did you feel about your family before COVID, and now that COVID is it's not over. It's still very dangerous out there. We know a lot of families and friends that were affected by it. We take it seriously as well. What do you feel? How was your family in the beginning? How do you feel? And what are you grateful about your family now?
I think that my family was like, they were like, how do I say it?
Louder, baby.
My family is great. They're the best family I could ever ask for. And when you leave, I'm going to cry. But I'm grateful what God gave me in this world, and my parents.
Yes, babe. Yeah.
And I just don't like the COVID.
Oh my God,
We're gonna bring it to you raw, right? And real.
Just crying.
And I think that's I mean, those are true feelings, right? Which is why we wanted to have it, because I know we're not the only family that encountered this during these times, because it's tough. It's tough on everybody, especially I don't think we ever really sit down and think about how in his mindset what it means. Hanging out with his little friend and telling him, hey, I gave her a lollipop today. Little girl reference. But, they don't get to share those stories. It's all now through phones and video games and stuff like that. So it's a big difference there, and we're certainly gonna miss you when you leave, just because you're the one that keeps our family sane in a lot of ways, right? But we adapt, and I think that was another thing that Jackie alluded to earlier.
Correct.
Not so much COVID, but just life in general. It's about changes, it's about things, and unfortunately, life doesn't wait for any of us. We have to make those adjustments, and we have. We did it with Alyssa moving out earlier when she did, and that was an adjustment for us. I think they kind of enjoyed it too. They had some more space, but not really. But it was a piece that was missing, and we're gonna encounter it again with Soraya, and it's not anywhere close. We'll make that announcement here pretty soon as well. I don't want to steal the thunder because that show's not about that.
I also want to add something really quick because I forgot to say it, but also like how you really learn what it means to like take your family like for granted. I want to say. You don't realize what you have until like a lot of things need to be taken from you in order to see that one thing that's from you, and we all had to make so many sacrifices. We have grandparents on both sides, and we didn't get to see my dad's side for a very long time, and I had to, stop going to the gym, stop going to practice. My dad had to stop going to the gym. My parents had to stop coming to work when it was getting really serious, to keep like our grandparents safe. And it just, it makes you really appreciate, thank God that none of our family was horribly affected by COVID, and, God forbid, but it just makes you appreciate so much, that everybody in our family is still healthy.
Sure.
And that we're still going, we're still together. It's just it's different, and I'm pretty sure everybody can relate to that.
Yeah. Although you miss so much,
It's all worth it.
It's all
for
worth
each
it.
other's help, and
Exactly. And you're gonna be able to, in your lifetime, maybe tell your kids or whatever what you guys literally went through during this pandemic, because it's a shocker. I think it's a shocker for a lot of people, and it changed a lot of businesses, and it changed a lot of families, and it changed a lot of things that our kids are learning or have to learn in this new era. I don't know how school's going to be this year.
Right.
I do know that they're going back to school this year. That's a choice we made. Do you guys feel comfortable going back to school?
I do.
You do? Yeah. What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking into math.
Math?
Yeah.
Yeah. You love math, huh?
Mhm.
Oh, I love it, JJ. I love it.
Friends, and I want to play soccer in my school.
Yeah, that is good. Good for you, Papa.
I think I'm comfortable enough to go back to school. Just as long as everyone's wearing their masks.
This one was like we were terrified, and this one was like 10 times terrified. Like she couldn't even step out of the door. She's like, oh my God, mother, like 4 masks. This is insane. Like I'm like, oh my God, okay, it's gonna be fine. We're just gonna do a drive-through. You're never gonna get off. Everything's gonna be fine. This one right here. But everybody else, I mean, we hung in there. Now, you started a business. How did that business come about with COVID? Were you just like bored as heck?
Me and Alyssa were just chilling together. I said, let's make a business. And she's always been the type to bake cakes. And then recently on TikTok, that's where my lines kind of like pinpointed the business, just because all of a sudden, all of these people on TikTok were making small businesses, whether it was lashes, strawberries, makeup, or like designing. So I was like, let's just start it and see how it goes. So we started the page somewhere in September, and then December, I learned how to do the cocoa bombs, and then all of us just went crazy, and then that's how we blew up, kind of. But yeah,
it's going really good and so forth. Yeah. Let me tell you, since December. Like Thanksgiving, my kitchen has been a bakery. Yeah. So I need to start looking for a little mobile truck or something, because I'm like,
to get them out.
Get out of here. But it's been fun, and I loved it so much because I get to see them come out of their rooms. We were just there helping and designing and taking orders, and it was just a fun family thing to go around. I'm glad you guys are back in athletics. I'm glad that we're focusing on getting back to school. I'm glad that you guys are planning your days ahead, and the time does go truly fast with family. So it is true, like my mom says, like your kids will be grown in the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
And it's getting there. And I'm very emotional. I'm just an emotional hot wreck right now.
Hot mess, like we say. But again, I think we take that for granted. But we still got plenty of time. They're still little. And then I look at it, I'm like, Jay's gonna be 11. And well, I'm talking to you guys, right? JJ's gonna be 11, and I'm like, man, where did that time go? And I can blame 2 years on COVID, as a lot of people can, because it just came and went and didn't wait for nobody.
I think all 3 of you are tough as nails, and I want to, of course, tell you how proud we are of you guys. Although I can honestly say in front of everybody, I could not help on virtual tour remote learning because I don't know. I do not know. I'm like, don't ask me. I don't even know what
And
I don't know. I just don't know. Okay.
you know, but I'll even say this, and I know that it's a different show too, but and I know my kids strongly feel about this. We feel about this as well. Is a huge kudos to all you teachers that are out there listening in on this show, and
Yes.
Friends and family that we have that are teachers of higher education, just education in general. Because man, I could not even imagine just sitting down in your chair having to instruct one kid. You guys were doing it with 20, 22 people, where with all cameras off. You guys are probably wondering, like, who am I talking to? Nobody's even out there, and you guys still managed to do your job to the fullest. And just know that I don't want to ever understate it, but that never goes unnoticed from our end.
Yeah, we're
Thank
gonna
you.
give a clap to all the teachers out there, the SISD, everyone, all around the world. Yes, yes, you guys really did. We are going to do, before we end this show, guys, we are going to do just a fun little game because I really want to know the truth behind these little souls. Okay.
Ashley, is it yours?
And I wish Alyssa was here because she's so goofy.
Soraya.
I
Let
wanna
me just
know.
read out a couple of the comments.
And
Oh,
John.
where are the comments? Talk to us.
So Sylvia Romeo,
Yes.
Oh,
she's
so
from
Canada. Hi,
Montreal
Sylvia.
in Canada.
Yes.
Hi, Sylvia.
Hi,
She's always supporting
Yes,
us.
thank you so
And
much.
Misty's always
Misty,
supporting
we
us.
love you.
That's our girl, Soraya.
Soraya,
Congrats from Miss
and then Vanessa
Bayan.
Bayan changed.
Oh,
That was
hi,
great.
Vanessa.
Miss Bayan's had the pleasure
Yes.
of having all our kids. So if you guys don't know, we have a very cool story too. I actually punched her one time, but if she's here, she
Not in school.
that
Let's
happened
make that clear.
back in our time. But she has been a teacher to Alyssa, Soraya, Ashley, and JJ. So I think
Oh,
pretty
kudos,
awesome.
Vanessa. You are amazing. Thank you for always taking care of our kids.
Oh, I have favorite teachers.
Dora?
Yeah,
okay,
Dora.
go,
She's
Dora.
saying
The beast.
hi.
Hello.
And Alyssa's in there. She's saying hi, family.
Oh,
Hi,
too
sister.
bad you're not here,
Yeah.
Alyssa. We have pizza.
COVID.
COVID.
Yes, COVID. And then Jackie Lopez hearted. She's like, and then an Erica Lynn.
Yes.
COVID sucks.
Oh, yes, COVID sucks,
And
and
then
I bet you so many people
Dee
have had it.
Rosales, y'all raised really great kids.
Oh,
Oh,
thank you.
thank you, Dee.
Thank you,
Family
Dee.
values.
Thank
And
you
then
so
you
much.
guys are awesome.
Yes,
And
guys.
Christy Concepcion,
Uh-huh.
amazing family.
Oh, thank you, Christy, so much. Christy's been my friend for second grade. Yeah. So, okay, ready? Those were Alyssa's.
Yeah,
So
but
she's not here.
I'm
So-
gonna, they each have names.
Okay,
What are we
So
doing?
explain
So
the
you're
game. Mara.
gonna
guys,
Can I get some of those
you have
questions?
a name in there, and we're gonna ask you just a few questions.
I've seen this.
Ooh.
I've seen this.
Whoever doesn't pick me, just a full disclosure, you're grounded.
No, you know we should put a contest with the one that comes up with the most names.
No, because it's variety. Ready? So, you guys kind of have to be quick, okay? Because we're live. Okay. Who are you most afraid of?
Oh, sorry.
Mom or dad? Dad.
They can't see.
You are?
Scared of dad.
That's scary.
Dad.
That's a scary man.
I don't know why. I'm the friendliest.
Oh wow! Everybody said dad.
Okay. So usually when like things are like falling, and I need to get this drill. I'm like drill sergeant. Like, everybody, it's a meeting because things are just going down the drain, right? And it's just chaotic and it's a circus. I call a family meeting, and everybody comes in like this, like. So I'm like, when family meeting is called, what's the first thought that comes to mind?
What did
Just say
I
it.
do?
What did you
What did
do?
I do?
You?
Don't cry.
You?
Hopefully I don't get grounded.
Oh, actually, the other one is like, hide my phone.
Oh, yes! That's the first thing I do is hide.
What did Alyssa say?
Alyssa said that she was afraid of mom.
Oh my god! I am Lisa.
She's Daddy
Okay.
Cheryl.
This is very serious. Who is your favorite? Mom or dad?
Oh,
Don't we can't
say that. We can't say that.
That's a good gap for JJ being your favorite. Dad.
What?
Well, we know how that went.
I didn't pick. I didn't pick.
So I'm the favorite and the scariest.
Yeah, You see, somebody's lying. Somebody's lying in this.
That's a good
family.
one.
No.
All right, let me ask one.
Okay, go ahead.
So since let's give mom some credit here. What's mom's biggest pet peeve?
Yelling.
Biggest pet peeve?
When the house is not clean.
Okay.
I would say.
No comment.
What's your biggest pet peeve?
Favors.
What? I don't know.
She needs favors all the time, baby.
Oh, I
Wow.
Jay-
know. Taking her stuff.
Honestly, yeah, using her makeup and stuff.
I am sorry to say, I cannot. I'm going to cry so much when Soraya's gone. So freaking much. One thing that I will not.
Yeah.
She takes everything from me. Everything. I'm like, thank God. I'm going to have my stuff back. But anyway, who is the most sensitive in the family?
I say me.
Joshua JJ.
He said me too.
JJ's definitely the most sensitive.
He's so sensitive and he's loving like heck. Okay, you
Well,
go
you know
with
what? I
yours.
would say that I have a little sensitive side in me as well, and I think I attribute that to having 3 sisters, and so I think that goes hand in hand. So you're okay.
You took out mine. Okay, go ahead.
You want this one? Who's the laziest?
Oh,
my
God, I can't wait to see.
Oh, Ashley, I'm sorry.
Look at how they all told on each other. Joshua, Ashley.
Ashley is truly the laziest. Yeah.
Lazy?
She will lay in
My
bed
work
all
always
day.
goes unnoticed.
You!
She's
the
sleepy one up.
No. I am the one who cooks, takes
Okay.
down to practice.
Who-
Lisa said,
Go ahead. JJ?
Me?
Laziest?
JJ's the laziest.
This is also very lazy too.
How about this one? Who has the biggest attitude in the family?
I think it's me. I think it's me.
JJ,
I think it's me and
Okay.
So I'm gonna say my angel is not with us today, but hi Liz. I think you're the best.
Who's the dancer of the family? JJ, do a little move for us before we call it the podcast when it's over. It's going to be over now. What music do we have? All righty.
I have one.
That's it?
That's it.
I know.
That's all the
Alyssa.
questions.
I know Alyssa joined the business, but who has or out of you 3, who has the best chance to continuing the family business in real estate?
Oh, I know this one.
I know myself.
How do you hear the questions? What they can't see.
Soraya?
Answer the question.
So who do you think would be the next one out of you 3 to join our business here with the real estate company?
Soraya.
Yeah, I definitely, after I finish college soccer, I'll come back and I definitely want to jump into it as soon as I can. I'm actually trying to take some classes.
She's already ahead of the game. Good.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself doing real estate? Why?
It just doesn't attract me, Mom.
It's
I
okay.
see how much they like stress. I ain't gonna put myself through
God, this girl. You?
either if I will make it to professional soccer, I'm gonna be a pilot.
Yeah. Oh my God. No,
But
you
you're
will.
gonna make it
You
to
will make it to
professional
professional. You will be a
JJ is a
professional.
stud.
He's
He's
a
a stud.
Hey, that was one of the questions, right? Because I know you guys have all played sports, including my Lizzie. Who's the most athletic?
And that's
Soraya.
me, actually.
No, wait. You know what? I'm gonna say both of them. Both of them. They're the most athletic.
I would have
Most
more
athletic.
experience.
Let's go.
I scored more goals. She's been playing since she was like 5.
Yeah.
So I think that's 4. Yes, too, but look, she's about to be. She is 18 already. I've been playing since 4, 18 years.
Well, guys, this is it. We went live for you. We just it was freelance. We don't do scripts or anything like that. But this is us. So we want to just say thank you to everybody who's joined us.
Absolutely.
We're super thankful for you guys to attend. Are you supposed to be in school?
Yes, actually.
You
Yeah,
said-
actually, I'm on lunch right now.
Yeah, they're in. I don't know, but they're excused. But anyways, just want to let all the seniors out there. I know they don't have Facebook; it's probably Instagram, but we want to let you guys know that we're very proud of all the students,
Mhm.
including the seniors, the teachers out there. Congratulations to fulfilling this year.
Absolutely.
In loving memory of the ones too that, we did know some that have passed away, and we're very, very deeply, how can I tell you, sorry for that and sorry for this year, but we just got to learn from it and keep on pressing and keep on moving forward. So if there's one thing that anybody could have learned during this time, is family. The value of that, the value of family, the value of being healthy, and the value of being united as one. There is nothing that I try to teach my kids that's more important than family. That those are the people that are going to come through you at the very end. They're always there on the right, they're always there on the left, and protect your four corners, because that's what it's all about at the very end. So please know from the bottom of our hearts, we want to just congratulate each and every one of you for getting through this hard year. We love you guys very much. Keep on pushing, keep on hustling, and help others, and get through whatever they may need in life, and your friends, and just keep on going. That's my advice to you.
Great advice, Jackie. I think that's beautiful advice. My 2 cents to you guys is always know that because of what you guys went through these last 2 years, or you guys will be forever much stronger.
Correct.
And nothing that comes up is going to be able to break you guys. Just know that, and the bond, not only us together as a family, but just in general as people. And again, very, very proud of all of you.
Yes.
And I want to tell everyone out there, if you haven't already, just go to your family members and just tell them, how proud you are of them getting through this. Whether, we all got through this, we're all going to continue getting through this together. And, it takes everybody, to make a team. And just thank each other for, sticking with it and, not giving up. I know that everything that you guys are all doing never goes unnoticed by anybody. Keep working hard and stay motivated. I know it's hard, but it'll all be worth it.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, you guys have a wonderful Thursday, and we are the Agueros.
Bye.